And what is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe, and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me, your bold boy Scribe. We are doing Galactically Challenged. I haven't even looked at this one. Let's do it. Alrighty, it seems we are on Tatooine and we're facing off against the Sith, Traya, Lead Scion, Nihilus, Savage, and Darth Talon. What do we need to do? We need to complete the battle. We need to win with a full team of Gungans, so if you do not have Jar Jar yet, unlucky, I guess. We also need to win with no tanks, which means for us to do this, we must do at least 2 battles, because unfortunately there are only 5 Gungans and one of them is a tank, so we're going to have to take in a tank here, and we need to win with a 7-star CX2 in your squad if you happen to have him. I sadly do not. He's only 6 stars. And those of you with the Battle Pass are of course going to gain some extra episode points. Wonderful. Modifiers then, Dune Sandstorm. This is great. Essentially every time anybody takes a turn, everybody's going to get a dot, and you know, Gungans don't care about dots. They've also got Traya leadership, which means their dots are going to constantly be cleansed, but I guess that means we just need to focus down their Traya to try and take her out first. Whenever Gungans start... Oh yeah, the Gungan modifier is actually really, really good. It does stuff, and after it does stuff, it also does things, so it's very important to remember that, okay? The enemy has got grim machinations, and this is really sucky. Essentially, whenever we kill one of their units, the other Sith allies are going to gain 50% max health and offense. They are also going to gain 50% turn meter and recover 50% health. Also, if they defeat one of your units, they're going to gain a stack of Dark Ascension. Dark Ascension's going to make them hit harder and take less damage. It sucks. Alright, so let's get down to business, as they say in Mulan. We'll go ahead and just get our Gungans out. I'm rocking the full Relic 8 Gungans, apart from Jar Jar, who's at Relic 9 because he's Master Binks. He's the Dark Lord of the Sith. We have to R9 him. Let's go and see what happens. Alright, okay, so I think what we want to do is try and take out Traya as soon as possible. I'm going to start by trying to get a bunch of debuffs out, because even though they do cleanse all the time, if we can get a really fast death mark, let's say, that will make my life a little bit easier. Death mark on Traya, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Isn't that convenient? Can I please take a turn and attack Traya before she loses death mark? Okay, she's not really taking much damage anyway, let's go for it. Okay, she's cleansed it already. I'm now very sad. I'm going to try and get the marked over here on Traya, because I do want to take her out first thing. Do not like Traya, do not like her face, think she's a little bit funky, but that's wow. Alright, so giant big balls of glory coming down thick and fast on these Sith Lords over here. That's really not so bad. Alright, let's take a look. We are not taunting, so let's flip it on back and reverse it and get that taunt up. Roll our balls gently over to Traya's knees. That's how we do. That's how we treat the elderly in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes universe. Okay, there's not enough debuffs right now, so let's go ahead and throw a bunch on them. Wonderful debuffs. Scion almost dying there, just to pure dotage, is actually rather cool. Pure dotage coming in clutch. If we can get another basic off Jar Jar and hopefully land that death mark on Traya, that would make my day. See what I did there? Aye, you can't insta-kill me. Cheeky. You actually can't insta-kill me. I have got Jar Jar Binks, and we also have the Shield Jenny up. Shield Jenny and Jar Jar Binks means no insta-kills for the enemy. Let's go ahead and keep focusing on Darth Oh my lord, she's gone. I'm thinking that was some sort of whiz boomer narcotics or something over there, and at this point we're going to hit auto. I'll be honest, guys. Could probably just hit auto with Gungans. Could probably just do that and you'd probably survive. I like how I don't have much in the way of max health on my frog boys right now, but I don't think it's really going to matter. Darth Nihilus, as much health as you have right now and all that offense, it really doesn't matter for much when you just got blue balls all over your face. The one true weakness of the Sith Lord, just ask Anakin. Alright, full team of Gungans done and dusted, of course, not completed with the whole no tank shenangle flanangle. Alright, so win a battle with no tanks in your squads. I think we can manage that. I think we can manage that. Let's have a think. I'm thinking something funky right about now. Let's actually go for a bit of a mirror match, except we're not going to use any tanks. So I'll take my Darth Traya and I'll take my Darth Nihilus. Now we want to have some way to mitigate the damage, so I'm not going to use Emperor Palpatine over here. I am going to whip out the old Genosians. Geobrood Alpha is not a tank, okay? He is a support character that summons. a tank. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that neat? And then I think I'm going to take in a particular separatist by the name of What Tambourine. He's going to give me a couple of benefits there. I'll be able to place some tech units out and hopefully make myself bigger, faster, stronger. Finally, I do want to have some sort of Sith. Side note, I bet Darth Bane can do this. We're going to test that in a second too. Let's see. Who do I want? I'm thinking someone like Darth Revan, you know? Darth Revan, give them a lot of that stun action. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we could do something like... Darth Revan would be better because he's Sith and gains the benefits, but let's see how it operates with using Thrawn here. Thrawn is good for a little bit of control. You know, we can fracture individuals. We can have a good time. I'm going to start off with weapons tech over on Nihilus. Ooh, we've actually managed to get fracture immediately. I'm just going to fracture Trey. Just going to fracture Trey, and hopefully that will be enough. They are going to do some nasty finanglings. We are going to then do the Absorb. Wonderful, wonderful absorption. Then I'm going to place the tank tech over here on GBA. Let's go ahead and isolate the Scion, decreasing cooldowns on my own Nihilius. We will resummon our Geo because I do want him. I do want him in my life. And let's just get rid of those buffs off Savage so that he can regain them. That's all wonderful. And then we'll annihilate Treya. Now they can't cleanse their dots. Isn't that wonderful? Savage over there taking out the GBA does kind of suck. I'm hoping that we can just go, yup, and welcome back, GBR. You killed my what? These guys suck. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, keep it flowing. I want to keep that Annihilate off, out of the Nihilus's hands right now. I do not want them to be able to build up to that. If we can do a little bit of something just to control. Now, don't forget, they have lost their Treya, so they can't cleanse those debuffs, which makes our life easier because we have a slight advantage now. Having that weapons tech on Nihilus gives us some turn meter every time the enemy takes a turn, and I'm just going to get rid of their Nihilus. So now we are laughing, guys. They have no Treya, they have no Nihilus. They cannot insta-kill us. I'm going to go ahead and fracture on Savage so he can't just do a big yeet skeet delete on us. And I'll focus on Darth Talon as she's got pretty good decent damage. You know what I'm saying? And if she starts killing people and getting that Dark Ascension and all that business, I will not be a happy chappy. Always passing turns back to Nihilus to try and get his cooldowns run through. Oh, here we go. Once again, isolate on Scion and then decrease the cooldowns on Nihilus. Oh, wonderful. Look, we're just laughing right now, guys. I actually think that Talon's going to die to dots. So I'm going to annihilate Savage. And then I'm just going to basic on Talon. I want to try and deal some damage to her so that when she takes a turn, she's just going to be in Sad Town, basically. She'll be in Sad Town. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, let's actually just fracture Scion as well. So he's both fractured and isolated. This is the business, guys. This is the absolute business right here. Thrawn was actually a clutch move here, because when he does that strategic swap thingy, he's also cleansing. He's cleansing himself so he doesn't quite die. So that's pretty cool. And always decrease cooldowns. Yeet, yeet, skeet, delete. There we go. Wonderful. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your aunt. Send your checks in the post to your boy Scribble because we have got no tanks on our squad. Now, I did say it earlier. I think Bane can do this. Let's actually just try C-Bane to see if C-Bane works. Let's see if C-Bane works. I'm sure it does. Maybe. I'm sure it might work. Let's go ahead and link Scion, and I guess we could link... I guess we'll link there Treya, and you know I'm just throwing things out there. Just throwing things out there real quick. Let's go ahead and get rid of as many buffs as we can. Wonderful. Scion's going to do Scion things as he is wont to do. Focus over there on that Nihilius, even though he's going to be a real pain. So let's just keep focusing on Nihilus. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We've got lots of dots on Bane, and Bane is very sad about this. Start sapping that mastery. Still focusing on Nihilus, of course. There's the extra Gluck Gluck. Alright. Focus once again on that Nihilus. We'll go into ultimate now. Still no tanks in this team. We've got our Gucci Glad Rabs on. Glad Rabs? Glad Rags on. Alright, here we go. Big hits once again. Ooh, people are looking sketchy. Let's go ahead and blow up some people. Oh, it's just Nihilus left. So Nihilus is probably going to take out our Darth Bane, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything against our pure C. So let's go ahead and just start tickling Nihilus to death, I think. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Big hits. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Extra slap for good measure. Tickle, tickle, tickle. There's the big Gluck Gluck, but he has got heal immunity. And he's only got 9 dots on him. Yeah, we're done. We got it, baby. So yeah, Sea Vane, no problem. Who should we say? We could, if you've got GLs, obviously. Jedi Master Kenobi, Commander Ahsoka Tano, that should make half the battle very, very easy. Let's just go Galactic Republic. Let's have a full Galactic Republic squad. Gas, he's not a tank. We'll take him in. We could take in Padme, that's a source of cleanse, and Ahsoka, she also cleanses sometimes, I think, maybe. So let's do this. Once again, I'm going to do the same sort of thing. We've got no tanks here. I'm just going to decrease the cooldowns on Kitty Cat, and Kitty Cat's going to get rid of Traya. They've now lost their cleanses, and then we can probably just hit auto after focusing on Darth Nihilus. I have a feeling this will work. Feels pretty good. Side note, I imagine Gas 501st might be okay on this. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to take in 5s, but you could replace 5s with snips. And that could still be something. Or you could replace 5s with C-Rex. Now we're talking, now we're cooking. I'm going to try that in a second. We're just going to finish this up. I'm sure this is going to be absolutely fine. Look at the way that we are rolling here. That's Savage as well. If you keep the Savage alive, he's going to constantly be gaining buffs, which is going to power up that 501st team. Let's give that a try. Let's see how Gas 501st does. We know that JMK Cat with no tank is going to be fine for the no tanks feat. Let's see how the 501st do with no 5s. So we'll just go 501st. We'll get you, then drop snips out, and let's see about getting a clone trooper known as C-Rex. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I have a little bit of faith that will be okay. Once again, primary target is definitely going to be Nihilus, so I'm going to focus on Nihilus. We'll get some debuffs on them, even though they are just going to cleanse it all immediately. That's absolutely fine. If we can keep that Savage constantly gaining buffs as well, that's going to be absolutely imperative, because Savage regaining those buffs is going to power up our 501st. We're going to be gaining additional offense every time he gains a buff. So it's going to be helpful with Sion as well. Sion's definitely going to be getting all that juicy business. Let's see. We could cleanse or we could wait. Now, let's go ahead and cleanse. I want to try and get as much turns in. Try and put some damage into this Nihilus, even though all he's doing is recovering right now. We need to get Gas, I think. Gas needs to be the man to attack that Nihilus as quickly as possible. Let's see. Now, they are not immune to massive damage, so we should be able to do some real good work with our boy Rex, with his Rexalate over here. It's just basic right now. Yep, that's just basic once again. Wonderful. There is Sion being irritating. Let's just whip out an AoE. Alright. I might just have to get rid of Sion, which it is a shame, but I think it had to be done, because otherwise I don't think we'd be able to get round to actually hurting Nihilus, and we do very much need to hurt Nihilus. Okay, good. He didn't take out our 5s, which is probably clutch, because 5s is needed for that Rexalate. Let's keep on working on Nihilus. Nihilus is just impossible to kill in this team, isn't he? Absolutely impossible to kill. But I will keep plowing in the damage to Nihilus. Actually, do we even need to bother there? Because we could just wait for Rexalate, couldn't we? If we can even make it. Maybe we can't make it. Got one more turn, but we need Gas to stand up. I also need to try and crit Nihilus so that he has his cooldowns increased. Let's get rid of the buffs on Savage just so that he can... That Traya is also one-tapping us, basically, isn't she? Okay, let's just keep doing this. Alright, great. Get rid of Nihilus so he can't... Ooh, she's scary. Need to get rid of Nihilus so he can't annihilate us, but I have a feeling that we're going to be in trouble now. We're in trouble now. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, we're in big trouble. I don't think Gas is going to solo it, not with that isolate. Gungans is obviously you're going to have to use a tank. If you want to not use a tank, go ahead and use the Traya team that I was using earlier. That seems to work pretty well. And I will see you all, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video. Now, make sure you do hit that like button and give me a comment down below. What teams did you use? I'm very curious to know. And it's Wednesday and Gag Day today. Huge. I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.